Hey, Shalom. First of all, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kwakadash, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give a double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone who has taught me this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and risk like to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord, the video is edifying. Lord, the Akim get something from this video. I'm going to get a couple things just concerning the elect. Lord willing, I be one of those men. But really it's for, whoever those men may be, Lord willing, I be one of those men. And this is ultimately what we do it for. This is, we've been called to Israelite men have been called to teach and preach his word, to bid the elect to the marriage, right? Israelite men have been called, right, to bid the chosen to the marriage, okay? And the Lord willing, I'm one of those chosen, right? I say that humbly, man, because at the end of the day, I don't know, right? And that's a good mindset to have as well, because you got dudes who find out that they're Hebrew Israelites and mix pride in with that, like, oh, right? Because you got to think, right? Jake in America, what have we identified with? The things that they pushed and the things that they showed us that we identify with was what? Slavery, captivity, right? Plantation living, right? You go in these slavery movies, right? And you see how the enemy had our ancestors in bondage as far as hanging them, right? Yoke of iron around our necks, okay? All the wickedness that they did, right? Raping our women, raping the men, raping the children, right? Just doing all kind of shit to oppress us, right? So they show you that. So Jake, grow up, you thinking that, damn, okay, I got to resort to what? What do I resort to? Well, what's glorified in the so-called black community? Selling drugs, being a rapper, being an athlete. That type of shit is glorified. So that's why you got a lot of Jakes that resort to that, right? Because they are, well, shit, my daddy did it. My uncle did it. My mama did it. So that's what they know, right? But as soon as we find out that we're Hebrew Israelites and we go into our history as far as how great we were as a people, right? You go into the 40 years of peace, right? You read about Solomon. You read about King David. You read about Judas. You read about Mattathias, right? The book of Maccabees. You read about how great we were as a people, and you start identifying yourself with that. Sometimes pride could creep in too, and sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm this and I found out who I was now, blah 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 blah. I could do this, I could do that, right? I could learn this truth to have authority over men. I could seek preeminence now, because you can't be in that spirit. Because just like the Lord gave it to you, he could take it away. Just like you were called, you could be uncalled and not be a part of that chosen. So that's why I say, every time you hear me say, most of the time when you hear me say, Lord willing, I'm one of those men, that's what I'm thinking about. Because, hey, at the end of the day, I don't know. Lord willing, I am, though. Okay? This is Revelation 11. In 3, it says, and I will give power unto my two witnesses, and they shall prophesy 1,203 score days, clothed in sackcloth. It says, there are 2 olive trees and 2 candlesticks standing before the Most High of the earth. And if any man will hurt them, for fire proceeded out of their mouth and devoured their enemies. And if any man will hurt them, he must in this manner be killed. These have power to shut heaven, that it rain not in the days of their prophecy, and have power over waters to turn them to blood, and to smite the earth with all plagues as often as they will. Okay? This is the power that the elect is going to receive, right? When it talks about those 2 witnesses, talking about the southern and the northern kingdom. Okay? Let me go here. And, I'll do another video in Revelation as well, but just for my point, let me go to, no, that's not Baruch. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 4:5 slide. it might be 3 right here. Yep. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 4. It says, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. So our hope is full of immortality. Being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. Right now we're mortal. But our hope is that what? This mortal should put on immortality. We have to believe that. Right? Because, I mean, if you have unbelief, you won't make it into the rest. Okay, it says, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. Right? So, yeah, we've been chastised, man. Like when you go to Micah 7, you can start at 7. It says, well, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against them. And we have, as a nation, we have sinned against the Lord. Okay? It says, and having been a little chastised, it's like it, and having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded, for the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold is in a furnace, hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. Right? When you go to Sirach 2 and 1, it says, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Okay? It says, and in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. Right? Having power. Shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. It says, they shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. And our Lord is Yahweh Shai. It says, well, we shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people. So which means that what? We'll have these other nations in subjection. You can read that in Isaiah 60. You can read that in Isaiah the 2nd chapter. Okay? It says, they shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people forever. It's like over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. It says, and that's going to happen in the kingdom. Okay? It says, they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect. Because that's what it's all about. It's about the Lord's elect. Okay, in this time. Now, Israel as a whole is an elect people, but you have, like elders always say, you have an elect within an elect. Okay, and it's 144,000 men. Okay, 12,000 men from each tribe. Okay, so with that, Lord, the video is edifying. Lord, I give God something from this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash, for giving me the spirit to do this video, allowing me to do this video. I want to tell you, brothers, keep pushing on to the next. Shalom.